would also like to say that, firstly, very important point. We asked Audie to read it as well, and he very
Oh yeah.
excitedly started it and then said he didn't like it. And as I promised, Audie, I know you're listening, you suck. You're a hater of
Yes,
good
Audie didn't
art.
like it.
Anyway, now that that's out of the way, it was the opposite experience for me reading it. I remember the first scene, I remember two scenes in the middle, so three scenes total, and I forgot
Okay.
everything else. And I went
Everything.
into it with not knowing what was going to happen, and I was like, oh, just like a new manga for me all over again. I was like, oh my god, what's happening? Oh my god, look what this girl's coming. Oh, that girl's coming. And I like remembered
Yeah,
a
yeah.
few of the characters, not all of them. And I don't know, it was very fresh for me. And I didn't read it as fast as you did say. I took, I think, 4 5 days to finish it. But I took my time. Today I just finished reading it 5 hours
Oh
ago,
yeah,
5 6 hours ago.
you're fresh off the manga.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
took my time reading it for the last few days, but then today I was just like, okay, I have to finish it before the episode. So that's where we're at. But I really enjoyed it. I would have liked to take a couple of more days, read it very nicely. It's a real nice slice of life
Yeah.
type of manga. And if this is what slice of life is, I'm going to read more or watch more because it's real fun. Anyway, Sid,
Yeah, I think
what do you like? What do you think about Ichigo 100%? Who's your favorite girl? Who's your waifu?
oh my god. Wait, so before I wanted to say like we don't read a lot of like romance manga, right? Which I think we should because
Barely.
there are lots of good ones out there. I think it's unexplored, but we definitely will. If y'all can suggest some good ones, we'll check it out for sure. But I think
Yes.
Ichigo 100% was like really nice for our the first romance manga we ever read. I think as kids at that age,
And it was
because
a very impactful
yeah,
romance
very
manga.
impactful. Because like we are kids, we're like oh shonen, like we're watching Naruto and Pokemon and Dragon Balls and all that
Yeah,
shit.
I mean,
You
you
don't
just
have
want to
time. Yeah,
beat people up, blow up
yeah, exactly.
planets, mountains.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
because of
but
that,
although
we don't.
there
What?
is
What?
there is one thing I want to say. When I'm going to be talking, right? I'm going to be talking with two things in mind. So I'm going to give two different points of view, as much as I can remember at least. One is going to be what I originally thought when I read the manga first, and the
Yeah.
other is going to be what I think now, because
What you?
like as because now that we're older, I feel like the manga has a lot of deep meanings in what they've
Yeah.
written, in what he's written. And I think as kids we couldn't appreciate the whole thing because we were
That's
just like gee.
No, that is true.
So
That is true. It's like speaking of deep meanings, like the first thing I noticed, about the manga, like how much importance the manga gives to like dreams of characters, dreams people have
yeah,
in life, and how interactions with other people and obstacles and all that can like hinder their dreams, or how they still go for it. I think that aspect was because the first time when Junpei meets like Aya, right? When he meets her in the terrace, basically,
yeah,
when after
yeah,
she forgets her novel and she gives it to her,
yeah,
right? The notebook. She reads his novel and he's like, "Yeah, I want to be a novelist, but I'm scared. Like, I don't think I'll be." She talks about how it's a dream, but she's not able to achieve it yet, even though they're in school.
yeah.
And when he's like, "I don't say it out loud, but I want to be a filmmaker," and like they both like set their
Yeah.
goals over there, like like this is what we want. Like I think that's an amazing moment. I really appreciate that importance. As even like throughout the end, you see like dreams are always given importance to in this, which I think is
Yeah,
amazing.
till the
Along
end. Like
except
the
from the whole
ending is
thing.
basically a lot of about dreams as well, right? Also, spoilers ahead.
Yeah,
We forget to say that every single time. No, okay, wait. Before
yeah.
we go further, I have to tell you something I've been thinking of all day, and I told you one part of it already, but I want to tell you the other part. So, firstly, the Satsuki, she looks exactly like the girl from Bakuman. Okay, you can't tell me that's not the same. Wait, I will. What's her name?
Yeah, I still don't see that, but Bru will put side to side in editing, so you all will
Will
see
I?
that.
Will I?
Yeah, if Audie notes
What's his?
it down.
What's the guy? What's his name in Bakuman? I completely
Miyoshi,
forgot.
Miyoshi, I think.
Yeah, Miyoshi. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, Miyoshi. Okay, I think Miyoshi is definitely uh, an inspiration. Like she was inspired by this character.
Yeah.
And another thing is, I think Hattori, the editor, looks like the Toyama guy.
What's his name? Wait. Uh, Komiyama.
Komiyama. I thought Toiyama for some reason. Yeah, Komiyama.
Dude, he looks so,
Hattori looks just like
yeah,
that
he
guy.
does, he does.
I know that they said that their editor was and Ryuk was the inspiration,
Yeah,
but
Ryuk
I
was
can't
the
believe it
inspiration.
for 1 second that this guy was not involved in this.
Yeah, a lot
The character
of
looks
pages,
exactly like
yeah,
Hattori.
a lot of pages look very similar to the Bakuman style. It's actually amazing. It's really well done.
Yeah, but anyway,
Yeah, what
now that
we're
that's out
talking
of my
about.
system. Yeah. So what do you think? Who's your
Yeah.
waifu? Let me
Okay.
know. Let me know the deets.
So it's I don't have a waifu per se, but the way you read the story, you want it to be Aya, because that's how it's set up, right? Because it's like this unrecruited love, that thing. It's always like, oh, they like each other, but they're not together because of situations. So throughout the story, you're always like, oh, is it gonna be Aya? Is it gonna be Aya? The second time I didn't feel that because I knew who it was gonna be because I'd read it
My
before.
God.
Oh, by the way, I realized it's the second time I saw it because now I've learned a little bit of Japanese so I can understand meanings more. Do you know the harem is set up like a compass? So, Junpei, Manaka.
It's supposed to be supposed to be one person from each side
So
direction, right?
Manaka or Mannaka is like center. That's what it means. Tojo, the To kanji is east. I think Yui Minamoto Minami is south. Kitaoji Kita is north, and Nishino Nishi is west. So these are like four
I didn't know
directions.
which one was which, but I knew the directions because I was doing some research about it.
Yeah,
Also,
so
pervert.
that was pretty cool.
It was okay when we were younger, but they're kids and you're old now. You can't be talking about who's your waifu, okay? That's
I didn't say who's my waifu. Haha, caught you off guard, didn't
I?
I?
Catch you with that. Anyway.
Nice try, dude. I didn't once mention anything
Also-
about that.
Also, every time they said Nishino, for some reason my mind just registered it as Nishinoya. And I was like,
Oh yeah, me too,
Nishinoya?
me too. I was just
Why Nishinoya? And Haikyuu flashbacks started coming up. Haikyuu episode 2 gonna come out soon if you ever watched
Exactly.
the fourth season part 2.